All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about a massive, and I mean massive, shift that's happening in the world of search right now. If your business or your brand relies on Google for, well, anything, you're going to want to pay close attention. We're talking about the AI SEO revolution.
But first, I want you to just think about this for a second. What if, almost overnight, the traffic you get from search engines just evaporated? Gone. It sounds a little dramatic, I know, but for a lot of people, this is actually starting to happen.
And the reason why is, well, search as we knew it is over. It's done. The whole game of trying to get clicks from that list of 10 blue links, that's not the game anymore. AI-powered tools like Google's AI overviews are now just answering questions directly on the results page, which means nobody even needs to visit your website to get the info.
So yeah, it's a huge upheaval. But why did everything change so fast? Let's get into why all the old rules of SEO are basically being thrown out the window.
You know, the scale of this is just staggering. According to the Wise Idiot, more than half of all searches now end without a single click to a website. Let that sink in. The user gets their answer from the AI and they're done. That's it. This is the zero-click world we are officially living in.
So in this new world, we need a whole new game plan, and that's called AI SEO. Basically, it's all about setting up your content so that AI systems, Google's AI, ChatGPT, Perplexity, can find it, understand it, pull out the important facts, and this is the key part, cite you as the source. Your content isn't the final product anymore. It's the raw ingredient for the AI's answer.
And I mean, look at this comparison. It really puts it all into perspective. Think back just a decade ago, to 2016. The goal was so simple. Get the click. You wanted to be number one on that list to drive traffic to your site. Now, jump to 2026. The goal is totally different. It's to be cited in the AI's answer. Success isn't about website visits anymore. It's about getting your name, your brand mentioned right there in the AI response.
Which brings us to this new landscape. You have to stop thinking of your content as a destination. It's not. It's raw material. Your new number one goal is to become the source.
I love how the Wise Idiot puts it here. Brands win by becoming citation sources, not traffic destinations. That's it. That's the whole mindset shift you need to make right now. You're not trying to pull people to your site. You're trying to push your information into the AI.
And you can actually see this evolution pretty clearly in this table. We started with traditional SEO, right? All focused on keywords to get traffic. Then we moved to AIO, or AI optimization, where the focus was on making our content easy for machines to see. But now we're at GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. And here, it's all about trust and structure. And the only metric that really matters is that named citation.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. That's the big picture. Now for the good part, what you can actually do about it. Let's get practical and walk through a super straightforward 3-step survival guide for this new world.
It really all boils down to these 3 things, the 3 pillars of AI SEO. First, you need a solid technical foundation that machines can actually read. Second, you got to create content that's super easy for an AI to pull facts from. And third, you have to shout from the rooftops that you are a trustworthy, authoritative source. So let's break down each one.
First up, step 1, that machine-readable foundation. This is the nuts and bolts stuff, and as a bunch of our sources point out, it's completely non-negotiable. You need clean URLs. Your entire site needs to be on secure HTTPS. And you absolutely have to use schema markup. Think of it like putting little labels on your content so the AI knows exactly what it's looking at. And of course, submit a clean sitemap, and please double-check your robots.txt file so you're not accidentally telling the crawlers to go away. Once you have that solid technical base, it lets you move on to step 2, which is all about the content itself. As this checklist suggests, it's not just about keywords anymore. It's about structure, it's about meaning, and it's about intent.
Okay, so what does extractable content even look like? Well, for starters, define your key terms right up front, in the first 100 words or so. Use a really clear heading structure, your H1s, H2s, H3s to create a logical outline. Keep your paragraphs short. AIs love scannable info, so use lots of bullet points and tables. Be consistent with your language, and link between your own articles to show how concepts are related. Oh, and don't forget your images. Give them descriptive file names and alt text.
And last, but absolutely not least, step 3 is all about signaling trust. This is huge. And AI isn't going to cite you if it thinks you're sketchy. So, how do you prove you're legit? Add clear author bios and publication dates. If you're a local business, your name, address, and phone number, your NAP, has to be identical everywhere online, no exceptions. You need to be managing your reviews, and you need to get backlinks from other big authoritative sites. All of these things are signals that tell the AI, hey, this source is the real deal.
Okay, so you're doing all this stuff. Great, but how do you know if it's actually working? Because that old scoreboard, keyword rankings, website traffic, it's not just outdated, it's becoming misleading. You have to start measuring what really matters now. So here's your new scoreboard. Forget the old one. Your new #1 metric is named citations. How often is your brand's name showing up in those AI answers? That is your new North Star. Next, track your impressions within AI overviews. Visibility is the new click. You also got to just manually check, go to ChatGPT or Perplexity, and see if they're using your stuff. And, just as important, it's time to let go. Stop obsessing over your old keyword rankings or your click-through rate. They just don't mean what they used to.
So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one question you've got to ask yourself. In this new world of AI-driven search, is your content perfectly structured to be the raw material for the machine, or is it just going to be forgotten? The choice, really, is yours.